You've seen the real-life Iron Man, now get to know him. Richard Browning invented this 1,000 horsepower jet suit for his aeronautical innovation company, Gravity. Now he's working with the Royal Navy to see if the suit can help fight against pirates on the open sea.
I'm also our chief test pilot, so it's often me who you'll see flying one of these suits in some crazy location all around the world. I'm Richard Browning, and this is my HiHo Ask Me Anything.
Hi Richard, is the equipment that you're using waterproof or buoyant? Like what happens if you get submerged underwater?
We've all been in the water quite a bit. I think there's a team, we must have had about 8 or 9 swims, I reckon. But yeah, the whole system floats. We built like permanent buoyancy into the suit so you can just fall in and float the right way up. And then we wear a water triggered life jacket on top of that just to be absolutely sure, because it is very cool flying over water. You can go super fast and quite high and not really care about the risk of falling in as long as you've got that flotation.
What kind of physical strength do you need in order to be able to control and maneuver the suit like that?
A lot of people forget that on your back, you've got another engine. That's the backpack there. The rear engine lifts a chunk of your body weight on all the equipment. So all this feels like now is just leaning with relatively straight arms on like a kind of worktop. I've flown probably 15, 20 times in a day without really any major fatigue. So no, it's much easier than you think.
How long do you think it'll be before being able to say, you know what, instead of driving to Chicago, I'm flying to Chicago. I'll see you guys in an hour and a half.
If I'm honest, at the moment, it would be like taking an Indy car or a Formula One car, you know, to the shops. I mean, you could, because it's a car, but it's just an expensive, crazy, mad way of doing it. However, to give you some hope, we built the first electric version sitting in there, and it does fly, but the batteries weigh like twice what the whole jet fuel jet suit does. So if people keep working on better batteries, then the electric one is more reasonable. There's no heat, there's no fuel. That has some potential to be a more consumer product.
Hey Richard, do you think there's any way that this technology could be used in providing some sort of benefit or aid to members of society?
I mean, I developed this back in 2016, purely with the idea of just seeing if it was possible to do. We've since done 130 events around 35 countries. We built a big entertainment business out of it, but actually behind the scenes, there's a big military kind of aspect to this. To properly answer your question, in terms of doing good, depending on view of the military, the paramedic search and rescue stuff up in the mountains. If you think like a paramedic motorbike, getting quickly to the scene and sorting out a casualty, that's what we can do in a mountainous environment. So actually that's turning out to be really big, and we've got more inquiries now from around the world to do that than we can keep up with.
Hey Richard, who would you most like to see flying in your suit and why?
So I met Tom Cruise at a talk show we did together, and he's a massive enthusiast for this. I've not managed to get him in the suit yet, but we chat on email every now and then. It's very cool. We also did some stuff with the Downey Juniors. It'd be quite fun to get him flying, but he's taken up interior decorating or something. I don't really understand from his team exactly what's going on there, but I think my answer is Tom Cruise.